Welcome back, everyone. I am Theater Prestior, and this is Limbus Company. Alright, more stuff. So we got more butlers and maids. We got Ishmael here, Edgar family butler, and then we got Edgar family chief butler, Ryoshu. So, let's see if we can do what we can with that. Alright, I have enough for 2 temples. Alright.
이쪽에 아직 먼지가 남아있네요. 기관지가 안 좋으신 분이니 좀 더 철저히... 그냥 제가 하죠.
Alright, so we got Ishmael. And all that. Okay, so can I not? Okay, thank God. I was like, I was looking at the wrong section. All right, so we need a lot of those. All right, let's see if we can get those. I don't even know what these can get me. I don't think it's anyone I can care about. Actually, there's a chance. There's a tiny chance. So go ahead and do this. Nope, just repeats. Alright. Back to what I was doing. Okay, randoms first. No Ryoshus. Alright, we need like... This is actually gonna take down our crate number quite a bit. We're gonna do 151. That puts us... That puts us at 333. Alright, we still need a lot more. We had some... Looks like we had pretty bad luck there. Actually, I think it was about average. Oh, that one went much better. Okay, so we have some spare. Alright, dispense. Give me.
신정. 그렇게 해서 버틀러라고 말할 수 있겠나? 나와, 내가 보여주지. 신속하고 정확하게.
Speed, precision, and decisiveness. Alright.
잠시 머리를 식히기 위한 티타임.
Let's take a look. Let's do Ishmael first. Okay. And uptie. Then uptie.
주인님의 집안에 고용된 버틀러가 유능하지 않을 리가 없죠. 병약해지신 틈을 타 부당한 이득을 취하려는 놈들은 제가 청소해드리겠습니다.
The Edgar Manor, wreathed in the ambient sunlight, is full of sounds of brooms and butler boots moving about its premises. Butlers of the Edgar family are busy with their last-minute deep cleaning of the manor before the Wolfen hunt. Brooms brushing against the floor, dishes clattering against one another, loud, bustling footsteps. The child is quietly and impassively dusting the window frames amidst that clamor. Come on, let's not try to neglect these out-of-the-way corners. The child would normally have quietly taken care of it herself without telling anyone, but... Now that they're all busily preparing for the hunt, she decided to give them a warning to avoid drawing the ire of their master or the chief butler. It may have sounded a tad nosy, but it was her own way of caring for the other butlers. Even a pinch of dust particles could be dangerous for a master, you know. Sorry, I'll be more careful from now on. Come on. The hunt's coming up, so let's keep ourselves in tip-top shape, all right? Of course, she wasn't just worried for her fellow butlers. It was clear from the way she spoke that she cared terribly for her master. Perhaps that was an obvious outcome. The child used to be a fixer drifting through the back streets, and she wandered for a long, long time, unable to find her purpose in life. The Edgar family took her in, gave her a roof over her head, and gave her a definite purpose to live for. Perhaps that is why the child does not tell the chief butler whenever the other child, her master, indulges in alcoholic drinks. That is why the child does not even dare open the window when her master is home for fear of letting chill winds into the manor. Her devotion to her master almost appears like a blind obsession. Do you think Master would have been less ill had he not been hunting for the wolf? I doubt it. Master had already lost his arm and Miss Isabella even before the hunt started. Yeah, but... Besides, it doesn't matter whether our master gives up his hunt or not, because that wolf won't. He won't stop until he's taking everything that our master has. Oh, speaking of which, wasn't there someone that Wolf loved? Love? What are you talking about? What was it again? It's nothing. Sorry, I have no idea where that came from. There was a large hole where that child once stood, the child who was likely the cause of all this misery. The child grew puzzled as she suddenly felt the fog of memory from this casual conversation. But she ignored this odd sense of deja vu. It would be much more reasonable for her to focus on the hunt rather than get hung up on such details. Is it already time? The sun hangs over the horizon. The terrible wailings of those pulled from the other side begin to echo from nearby. The great rumbling begins to intensify within the halls of the manor. Past the window were the forces of the dead, wreathed under the orange light of the eventide, swarming up toward the manor. Even as I remain awake, does that endless nightmare seek to claim me. They're nothing but weaklings. An advance party, I see. The wolf caught wind of our hunt, I suppose. The other child, her master, draws his saber and readies himself, but the child shakes her head. Master, Lady Yoroshu, leave them to me. DBS. Me and this fool of a master can take them out in the blink of an eye. The child waits until the warm light of the eventide, the color of her hair, reflects off the floorboards of the manor's hallway. She looks into the eyes of the chief butler and her master. The two of you have a wolf to hunt. Don't let the dead waste your energy. Perhaps the two believed that this child's words had merit. Our master lowers his saber. The chief butler grumbles for a moment before sheathing her knives and crossing her arms. Only then does the child pull an oddly engraved broom and a sharp knife from the dimensional attach case issued to the butlers. Hunting cutlery at the ready. Don't get yourself killed like an idiot. The child lives up to her confidence. The well-sharpened knife cuts through the army of the dead like butter. And the generations-old broom of the Edgar family butlers keeps her enemies at bay. She routed the forces of the dead with every knife throw and broom swing, handily knocking them down like she was dusting a particularly stubborn corner. The advance force that assailed the manor is already looking rather thin. The intense light of the sunset shines through the windowsill still. Doesn't seem like housekeeping will cause them to run late to the hunt. Alright. We'll go ahead and up-tie again because we do have the materials for it. Alright. Skills. Defense. Recovers sanity on evasion. That's nice. Alright, if this unit speed is faster than target, gain coin power, does poise, sinking, and haste. And it's blunt and yellow. We've got slashing and green there. If this unit's speed is faster than the target's, yeah, coin power, gain poise, more poise. Oh, did I miss something? No, I did not. Okay. Haste, bind, defense down, and sinking. A lot of these are on hit or on crit, which is good. Restraining technique. Again, more coin power if you're faster, which is good. Gain poise, and does nothing but sinking, bind, and slash fragility. Okay. So, as mentioned with the previous butlers and maids, they all have something involving sinking, which is good. But it's also not all just sinking, which is good as well. Ishmael has at least poise and some other debuffs to play around with. Alright. So, let's go to Ryoshu. Edgar Family Chief Butler. Let's start with the level ups. Luckily, I'm nowhere near running out of XP tickets. Uptie.
그래, 끝을 볼 때가 왔고. 히스클리프, 네 놈은 내가 처리해야 할 집안일이니까.
Clack clack. You there. Third from the right. Yes, the one who just wiped the windowsill. Yes, ma'am. Look where the frames meet. Mold residue. Remember, no second chances. Apologies, ma'am. Clack clack again. You there. Yes, new hire from 23 days ago. Do you not see what's wrong with your brooch? I suppose it'll look proper once I sink. Is that what you want? I'll wear it right, ma'am. The child pays no mind to the fearful voices. She leaves nothing behind me but the sound of her low-heeled boots clacking against the wooden floor. There is less than a day to go until the Wolven hunt begins. Thus begins the morning of the chief butler. She was never too nice to see her subordinates to begin with, but clearly she was more on edge than usual, and that was clear in her attitude. Lady Ryoshu. What? Another child, one of her subordinates, walked up behind the chief butler. Her expression is grim, she obviously gearing up to bring up a rather serious subject. The other butlers are rather anxious. They're saying that you're quite different from your usual self, but that the upcoming... Quite different? From my usual self? Me? This is not to say that you normally do a sloppy job of overseeing your work, but you're much less lax than usual as of late. Ha! BS. I would never let such imperfections slide. Certainly, but usually you often took it upon yourself to take care of such imperfections, because ordering someone else to do it was too bothersome. Tch. The child was quite self-aware of her own behavior. In fact, this newfound attitude was a deliberate one. I'll keep my guard up. I won't weigh you down once the hunt begins. I don't appreciate you trying to read me. The child sighs as she leaves the hallway. Something didn't go according to plan. She was merely trying to keep everyone on edge, so that when the wolf would inevitably come to besiege the manor, they could at least save their own skin. But her uncharacteristic actions were immediately obvious to those around her. Right. I suppose I'll stick to what I'm good at. Because I'm the best there is at housekeeping. A tenebrous night descends. The wolf, the target of this hunt, was much more powerful than anyone had anticipated. He emerged, imposing his intimidating strength before the child and the rest of her subordinates. The child instinctively knew that no matter how much her subordinates mentally prepared themselves, there was no possible future in which they will survive this encounter. So she had but one choice. There never was an alternative. All of you, get out of here. Lady Ryoshu. He is beyond all of you. You and your pathetic skills won't even leave a scratch on him. There's much work to be done back at the manor. You haven't even started your morning duties, have you? Run along. Get to work. The child glared at the formidable wolf before her as she slowly drew her long knife. And that was the end of the discussion. She didn't have any more words to impart to her subordinates. She needed every strength she could conserve to even have a chance of defeating this foe. R-U-D-E. Indeed, I'm making a rather unfortunate destructive entrance. The child's voice was as low and collected as it always was. I hardly imagined that such an encounter would lie in our future back when I raised you. But there was an odd shudder at the tip of the dagger she held, a little fear, or perhaps regret. I see that you you must protect Ryoshu. While I remain the same, and like always, I only see what I must maul and destroy. Humph. The child did not continue the conversation. She wondered, for a moment, if things could have been different, if she had done something differently then. But they both knew very well that there was no point to such contemplations. At this point of no return, when nothing could possibly change, there was only one thing that the child could do. I'm just taking care of an unfinished housekeeping chore. To hunt the wolf that bares its teeth at the one who raised him. Alright. So we got Ryoshu. Let's see if we have enough shards to uptie again. We do. Fantastic. Alright. Defense. It is evasion. Recovers sanity. It activates far more times than Ishmael's. Also increases poise count. Okay. And no surprise, all of it slashing. Okay. Receiving Arts 1, the hunt. Faster. In this one, the higher the difference, the more bonuses she gets, which is nice. B. Enhances Edgar Family Chief Butler Ryoshu's skills against the targets with this effect. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. So yeah, poise and her own unique status effect. Alright, same thing, gets stronger if she beats their speed. Consumes 6 poise. Oh yeah, she has like 3 to 8 speed, which is not bad. 6 poise on self to gain... okay, so she can actually consume poise to gain additional attack weight, which means she can actually hit multiple targets, possibly. Again, more BM stuff, which, again, I don't know what that does. Alright, and then here it is. If the target has BM, Clash Power +1. If this unit's speed is faster than the target's, gain, of course, those bonuses as well. More poise count, and then gain more poise, does some more binding, raise stagger threshold by 30% of damage dealt. So this is like Tremor almost. Flex more BM, and then if target is staggered, deal plus 40% damage on critical hits. More BM. Reuse skill once on a random target with BM. Does not activate on reuse. Does not activate when there are no remaining targets with BM. So this skill 3 can actually be spread out and hit multiple targets if they all have BMs. So, kind of interesting. Alright. So, really the big curiosity though. Let's see. We'll make a team here. So, we have a butler. Family butler. So Wuthering Heights and Edgar family. So two different families. I don't think I have anything for you yet. Nothing for you. And then of course we have Wuthering Heights Chief Butler. And Chief Butler. So we have something like this right now. And this would be... Oh, I see. So it's not setting up that. Okay. That's easy enough to fix. Alright, so I'm just seeing what colors we have to play around with. So we do have Gloom. Yellow, green, some gloom. It's honestly not a bad mix. Orange, navy blue, red. Navy blue, not too bad. I think the only thing that's actually there is something that's lacking with the butlers. There is no purple. So with what I have right now, I would need to tag in somebody that actually provides purple, or just use, or somehow use EGOs. Oh wow, this is actually helpful. You can actually mouse over and see what you can play around with. Okay. So, can't really make a butler team just yet. I mean, I could if I, like, I guess try to make up for it with these characters here. Give them... Go something like Rose Banner, which gets me purple. Though not a lot of it. I don't think you even have that much purple. I mean, besides this, I think. Yeah, Rip Space. Sister, that proof of loyalty. Everything else really doesn't stand out, I don't think. Yeah, actually, she does have some purple, just not identities I'm familiar with. Alright, well, enough of that. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I am the Depressed Hero. This was Limbus Company. Actually, before we go, let's go ahead and tag this.
그대에게 보이는 이 전기불꽃은 무슨 색을 띠고 있는가?
Don Quixote, Electric Screaming, Tethering. Let's take a look at the thing there. Let's see. I can check it here. So it's this rank. So right now I have Wishing Cairn, which is yellow, red, and Pride, whatever it is. And then this one's just Pride and purple. Gain Ivni. And I can do some thread spinning real quick. Get that out of the way. And I do have this to spare. So, Envy Resonance, gain attack weight. More damage with Envy Resonance, which I believe Envy is purple. And then if it has 20 plus charge count, spend 20 charge to deal 40% more damage. So this is actually kind of interesting. And if you use this, you can use your HP to actually increase your charge to 20. So it can actually charge itself, which is kind of neat. This is actually pretty easy to get. With telephone pole, because telephone pole makes obscene amounts of charge, among other things. So it's kind of, yeah, it's definitely has some possibilities. Alright, enough of that. Now I'll go ahead and call it here. I'm the Depressed Hero. This is Limbus Company. I'll see you guys next time.